What's up, gentlemen, ladies? Hope you guys are doing well. Happy Saturday. I'm in the car driving, giving you another video of my car sales confessions. I got another really interesting story. By the way, if you love my content, my training content, everything we do on this channel, please subscribe. Hit the like button, share this video. There's a lot of really interesting nuggets that I'm hoping to share with you, that I hope that I'm using to inspire you. Okay, so let's jump right into it. So, I just mentioned in the last video how I finally landed the job. In between that, I bounced around a little bit. I took a job at a Honda store, a corporate Honda store, that was owned by Asbury Auto, probably still is, in DeLand, Florida, which was not far from Daytona, maybe 20 minutes away. And I was starting to head more closer to that Orlando market. And I took a job there doing internet sales. It was myself and another gentleman who got hired. And we were selling cars. We started out, we were crushing it. I was still trying to figure it all out. For some odd reason, my CSI was rough. Now, I had a general manager, nice guy, Bob Bunton, I'll never forget, nice guy. Had a finance manager that I wasn't really liking too much, and then we had another finance manager that came in later on who was really good and professional. I don't remember their names, it's been so long, but what was interesting about that whole situation was that I had a used car manager who had a really big ego, and I remember that he didn't like me very much. He used to call me a Yankee because I'm from the Northeast. He used to call me a Yankee. He had a way of working things. He was not one to coach me and mentor me to do better. He just was always constantly a jerk to me. But he thought he was the greatest thing since sliced bread. And looking at where I'm at now in my career and how far I've grown, I can run circles around that man. If I had been what I am now back then, I would have run circles around him. The guy was a joke to me. It is what it is. But he was a jerk. But for some reason, I sold a couple of new cars to a couple of rough people. Sometimes you just can't make people happy. And my CSI tanked. And I sat down with my GM, and my GM prohibited me for about a month. He did not allow me to sell new cars. He said, "You're only going to sell used cars." So I said, "Great, thanks. I'll make more money." So I lo and behold, I ended up having to only sell used cars for a month. And that same day, I'll never forget this. It was a holiday. That same day, everybody left, and one of my customers came in, and I had no choice but to sell a new car. I sold a new car, got 100% perfect CSI on it, but I just wasn't digging the vibe, so I left. And finally, I went to go work I was going to go work at the Courtesy Honda store, and I left that dealership. And then I think like a few months later, I stopped by to visit, and I was in the area, and the used car manager, he goes to me, "You little fucker, you owe me $1,500. And I go, "Why?" He goes, "Because you tanked my CSI so bad, I haven't made my bonus in 2 months." And I was like, "Well, that's what you get for being a bad manager, bro." Like, that was my response. What you get being a bad manager? Had you taught me how to do things better, maybe things would have been better. By the way, I'm at a new store now, and they train me and they mentor me, and we follow a process, and things are structured. And my Honda CSI is really good. So, but that's what it was. He was pissed. He hadn't hit his bonus because of me for 2 months. I single-handedly destroyed the CSI in the store. And looking back, I thought that was funny. Like, back then, I thought that was hilarious. I didn't know any better. I was almost 22 years old. I was a salesman. And but certainly, I started selling cars there. I started making somewhat of a decent living. And I was figuring it out. But of course, I ended up going to work at Courtesy Honda, and that's what really changed me, and that's what really started to make me. That was a really, really interesting time in my life. But just one of those things where you just don't know. CSI is really important in your stores. You have to do what you can to give the best experience to your customers. And the problem is, they're not always going to know that they're giving you a bad survey. Like sometimes they'll think one is good as opposed to bad. So you got to really be careful with that, and you have to really come up with a way to make sure that your customers are always happy with you. Anyway, with that being said, I'm going to see you guys in the next one. All right, you guys take care.